I recently sat down with two NBA insiders and they gave me some major updates on the situation going on in Philadelphia and what the Sixers are going to do with the Embiid situation for this season. I also have an update from one NBA insider that reveals that Randle leaving CAA is not only significant, but potentially it could signal a trade down the line for the all-star power forward. We're going to break down all of this and so much more today. Let's get started. The New York Knicks have only one path to get Joel Embiid. Other than that, he's likely going to remain a Sixer and not be traded this season. Shout out to Michael Scotto, who I recently had on the show. He's an NBA insider for Hoops Hype, and he recently gave us the following update on Joel Embiid and his situation in Philly and what they plan to do with him this season. According to Michael Scotto of Hoops Hype, he states that the Philadelphia 76ers are not looking to move Joel Embiid at all this season. He mentions that the only way Joel Embiid becomes a Knick is by demanding a trade to New York. This is what he said exactly. I don't see Philadelphia looking to move him meaning Embiid, at all. Not now. Not this season. And then he continues by speaking on how the Knicks can get Joel Embiid. And he states this: Joel's gotta be the one to demand the trade. It's gotta get out there that he doesn't want to be there. That's exactly what Michael Scotto said in regards to how the New York Knicks get Joel Embiid. So the only way, the one way that the New York Knicks get Joel Embiid from the Sixers is if Joel Embiid himself puts it out there in some way that he wants to leave the 76ers, he wants to be traded, and he only wants to go to the New York Knicks. If that happens, if that's released, then absolutely there might be a play for the New York Knicks to get Joel Embiid, at least according to Michael Scotto. However, if that doesn't happen, and it also seems unlikely to happen as well, at least according to Mike Scotto here, it seems like the Sixers are going to be content keeping Joel Embiid on the team, at least for one more season, running it back with him for at least one more season and see what happens and what type of success they have under a new head coach in Nick Nurse, which a lot of players actually on the Sixers are praising him for using all players on the team and not having it really be ball dominated by two players in Joel Embiid and James Harden. So because of that, maybe the Sixers take another leap. Maybe they get better. Who knows what happens in Philly? I don't think the Philadelphia 76ers are going to get better. Not with that anchor of a drama in James Harden being part of that team. I don't think anything positive is going to happen with them until the James Harden situation resolves itself. But these Embiid rumors might be able to be put to bed now. According to NBA insider Mike Scotto again, he stated that the Philadelphia 76ers do not plan to now or at all, even during the season, plan to trade Joel Embiid to another team. The likelihood of a Joel Embiid trade happening this season is very, very low. However, if you're looking at next offseason, where other storylines and things have resolved themselves, and we have another year of seeing what the Sixers did, maybe they failed again, what Cleveland did, maybe they failed again. At that point, these reports are likely going to start stirring up again, and they might have a lot more weight to them at that point in time, depending on what happens in Philadelphia this upcoming season. It's going to be absolutely something that a lot of people are going to want to watch. I'm going to be having an eye on it because I absolutely want to know what's going to happen, not only with the James Harden situation, with the Joel Embiid situation as well, too. It's no secret I want him as a Knick, but I don't want to gut my team and deal with Daryl Morey to add Joel Embiid to the Knicks. There's going to have to be a lot that goes right for the Knicks to add Joel Embiid and get him. And I'm here for all of it. And now, I guess like Leon in a way, I'm just patiently waiting. Julius Randle potentially could be traded, or a trade could be incoming. At least if you're listening to Mark Berman, an NBA insider. I had him on my show recently, and he dropped this little gem for me when he was on the show. Take a look at this. He stated the following about Julius Randle leaving CAA. He stated it was significant, and it could signal a trade down the road for the all-star power forward. Berman states the following on if Randle leaving CAA was significant. I really do also. I think it was underplayed in the media. It almost distanced himself from the Knicks in some ways. He continues by stating, maybe RJ would like to play on an NBA team that didn't have Julius Randle. This is a major report for me coming from Mark Berman, who definitely is still connected within the Knicks organization, has ties to a lot of sources in New York media, and also has ties to a lot of other NBA sources. So because of that, I absolutely believe what he says here. I've thought about this from day one once the news was released that he left CAA. I thought it was significant then. And from every single NBA insider that I spoke to, they've mentioned that it is significant him leaving CAA and joining WME Sports. And now he's being repped by Bill Duffy, a new agent. A lot of people are saying, and they're actually misinterpreting, that Aaron Mintz, his agent, is actually with WME Sports. That's not the case. Aaron Mintz is a CAA guy. That was Julius Randle's previous agent. His marketing manager and agent is actually at WME, but that's not even who he's repped by. He's repped by Bill Duffy, a completely new agent. So it has nothing to do with him following his agent. A lot of people are saying that. That is not the case. What really is the case is that he left CAA, the only agency that he's known since he's been in the league, to join a new agency, to be repped by the same person that reps RJ Barrett. And Mark Berman actually told me that the crazy part about all of this is that with CAA usually being the main thing for the New York Knicks, being the main talent that they go after, it's actually funny now that a non-CAA agent in Bill Duffy reps two of the main stars for the Knicks in RJ Barrett and Julius Randle, and potentially could change the course of the Knicks by telling both of them, hey, listen, you guys are both being underutilized in New York. You both should request a trade. You both should be out of here. If that happens, it changes the entire dynamic of the New York Knicks. It changes everything you thought you knew. And that's why it's interesting. That's why it's significant. And let's not forget, Julius Randle is also just starting his contract with the Knicks that he signed. Why would you change agency when you just started the contract? Every single thing a part of this story, if you look at it from top to bottom, you listen, you follow the reporters, you look at all of it, it's a bit weird. It's a bit strange. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm not saying the Knicks only go after CAA players, because clearly if you look at the roster, there are a number of players on the Knicks roster currently that are not repped by CAA. I understand that. That doesn't matter though, because we're talking about Julius Randle, and Julius Randle only being repped by CAA his entire career and switching at this time, and the fact that there was very little media coverage about it. And it's so significant of a move as well. For me, tells me everything I need to know. The NBA insiders have told me everything I need to know. I absolutely believe it's significant. I absolutely believe that if the New York Knicks do not get off to the start that they want to, that potentially this offseason coming up, not during the season, not during this season, but next offseason, I believe that if the Knicks have not done what they needed to do, failed expectations, and or didn't get to where they wanted to get to, that potentially Julius Randle would be on the trading block, and the Knicks might look to move him to get another player that's significant that can help this team move the needle and grow in the right direction. I want to make sure I clarify that I'm not saying Julius Randle is going to be traded at this very moment. I'm not even saying that he's going to be traded during this season. I'm saying that him moving CAA is significant. Everybody I've spoken to have said it's significant, and it's something to watch down the road potentially, especially if the New York Knicks don't do what they hope to do this season. That's all I'm saying. But you let me know in the comments, guys. What do you think? Is Julius Randle leaving CAA significant? Do you think it means that he could be traded down the line in the future, especially if the Knicks don't do exactly what they hope to do this season? Let me know in the comments, because honestly, guys, I would love to hear from you. But that's going to do it for this show. I hope you liked this show and enjoyed this exclusive insider info. And if you could, guys, please go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment below, and of course, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knicks fans. Peace.